they ruined the fun. We were having a lot of fun, a lot of shits and giggles. It was a good time over here. But, well, the people are hell bent, really indeed hell bent, on you not having any fun. They want you to be miserable like them. So, guess what happened? Well, they didn't ruin it for me per se, because it wasn't anything that I did. But, well, they sort of kind of tarnished the profession of it. And the profession that I'm talking about is comedy, you know, being funny. And well, wouldn't you know, there was an individual just recently who, well, he was performing in Austin, Texas. And he's a comedian. And well, it's stand-up comedy. Well, kind of similar to what I'm doing. So that's what got me to thinking, wait a minute. Nobody was talking about stand-up comedy before I started it back up again. Nobody was doing stand-up comedy. Nobody. So it's very odd. But anyway, I digress. Because, well, sounds like the game's afoot here. Anyway, this comedian, well, when you know, he gets on stage, he's introduced by a Chinese national. And well, he's a comedian before the other guy gets on and does his act. And well, when you know, they're doing their comedy routine. And well, I guess, because I wasn't there, all I've seen is the clip that's all over the news. You can go and see it too. Just like do a simple Google search of 20 Hinchcliffe. You'll find all the information. Anyway, to make a long story short, because well, it affects the profession, not any one of us in particular. The whole profession now has got a like great cloud over the whole profession of comedy because it is clowns. It's bozo. And technically, you're supposed to be a clown and a bozo. But well, you're supposed to be a clown and a bozo in a certain type of way. Well, this particular clown and bozo decided to use an ethnic slur. Now, it's a very controversial topic in comedy because comedy used to be, well, kind of ethically racist. There was a lot of ethnic, well, slurs, fallacies, things that were very derogative towards other groups of people in our comedy. And well, people laughed about it. They got a funny bone about it all. And well, we've decided as a society since then that, well, we're going to try to, well, be a little bit more tolerant of each other, you know? Because back then, it was hard for people to get to and from, to get to know one another, you know? To learn about each other's cultures. So, the few people that did travel, they came back to their lands with fables and stories about the people from distant lands and how they behaved. And well, you know, when somebody else is talking about you and you're not there, you know it's probably not going to be positive. So that's where all of like the slang and offensiveness came from. It was actually the few people that traveled and went back to their people and well, told their side of the story, which is, well, one-sided to say the least. And well, wouldn't you know, now more people traveling, now more people knowing about everybody's culture, eating everybody's different ethnic food. Who doesn't like Taco Tuesday? Everybody likes Taco Tuesday. Everybody likes Taco Tuesday. So now that everybody's traveled and gotten to know each other, and well, really gotten to know each other, you know, through a little bit of pushing and shoving and switching positions in the kitchen, you know, now things have changed. People want, well, more fairness, more inclusivity, you know, like Not always mentioning how great the male comedians are. You know, we've had some great male comedians. Richard Pryor, Dick Gregory, George Carlin, Bob Hope. You know, greats, legendaries. But we never talk about, well, the female comedians. Lucille Ball, you know, Barbara Eaton, you know, Samantha Bee. We don't talk about Samantha Bee. We don't talk about Rebel Wilson. We don't talk about the female comedians, you know. We got to be fair. What about Sarah Silverman? You know, we'll talk about Jon Stewart, but we won't give due credit. Come on now. And well, comedy is something that's universal. Everybody needs to laugh. Because if you're not laughing now, you'll be crying later. For sure. You're either doing one or both. Or, well, you could be doing one before the other. Laughing and then crying. Or crying and then laughing. Or crying and laughing at the same time. That's always a fun one. You know, comedy. It's supposed to, well, unite us. We're supposed to learn something about the other side. But something that's really fun. Something that's kind of funny. I'll give you an example. Here's what they say about purple people. And well, I think that it's, well, I'll let you hear it. They say the purple people are kind of floppy. We go all which ways, you know. We go down, up, around, in between, side to side, left to right, right to left, up, down, in between, all over the place. And most people, it's sort of kind of like, oh, there's floppy, there's floppy, there's floppy. You know, that's what they say about us. I laugh. I find that funny. We're the floppy people, you know. But you know, all is in jest. A joke is only funny if somebody, well, thinks it is. So you can't really censor humor. No, you can't censor comedy. Because there's going to always be somebody that finds everything funny. Somebody would find murder funny, and they do. Somebody finds rape funny, and they do. So you can't police people's intellectual brain to tell them that's not funny to you. Because, well, we all know that some people are unwell. And unwell people find unwell things funny. Tony, you gotta admit, comedy, well, anything can be funny. But was it funny? In essence, Tony. It wasn't funny, Tony. Nobody found it funny. People laughed because, well, there was something in there again that they heard, that they hadn't heard in a while, Tony. And, well, you gave them license to do it. You said, green light, there you go again. You can do it again. It'll be funny again if other people are hurt, if other people are mistreated. It'll be funny again. That's what you gave license to, Tony. Because, well, you know what you were doing. And, well, you're a comedian. Comedians are brilliant people. They're brilliant, well, they're brilliant mammals, animals. They're brilliant. Beyond, well, a lot of wisdom of non-comedians. Because, well, comedians have to study everything. And you don't always have your punchline. Sometimes you're twiddling your thumb thinking of your punchline. And sometimes you give a punchline that's, well, not funny. Tony, your punchline, it wasn't funny. And, well, it was poor timing, too, on the deliverance. And so, here's my punchline. I say it's a 2 thumbs down for Tony. Tony probably shouldn't do any more stand-up, especially on Christmas Day.